Case summary by Deepak Miglani. State of Uttar Pradesh versus Nawab Hussain. This case deals with the aspect of constructive res judicata. Facts of the case. Respondent Nawab Hussain was a confirmed sub-inspector of police in Uttar Pradesh. An anonymous complaint was made against him and was investigated by Inspector Surat Singh, who submitted his report to the Superintendent of Police on February 25, 1954. Two cases were registered against him under the Prevention of Corruption Act and the Penal Code. They were also investigated by Inspector Surat Singh, and the respondent was dismissed from service by an order of Deputy Inspector General of Police dated December 20, 1954. He filed an appeal, but it was dismissed on April 17, 1956. He then filed a writ petition in the Allahabad High Court for quashing the disciplinary proceeding on the ground that he was not afforded a reasonable opportunity to meet the allegations against him, and the action taken against him was malafide. It was dismissed on October 30, 1959. The respondent then filed a suit in the Court of Civil Judge Itaha on January 7, 1960, in which he challenged the order of his dismissal on the ground inter alia that he had been appointed by the Inspector General of Police and that the Deputy Inspector General of Police was not competent to dismiss him by virtue of the provisions of Article 311, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution. The state of Uttar Pradesh transfers the claim in the suit on several grounds, including the plea that the suit was barred by res judicata, as all the matters in issue in this case had been raised or ought to have been raised both in the writ petition and special appeal. The trial court dismissed the suit on July 21, 1960, mainly on the ground that the Deputy Inspector General of Police would be deemed to be the plaintiff's appointing authority. It, however, held that the suit was not barred by the principle of res judicata. The district judge upheld the trial court's judgment and dismissed the appeal on February 15, 1963. The respondent preferred a second appeal, which has been allowed by the impugned judgment of the High Court dated March 27, 1968, and the suit has been decreed. The appellant, State of Uttar Pradesh, has therefore come up in appeal to Supreme Court by special leave. Conceptual understanding. Constructive res judicata is a subset of the doctrine of res judicata. Constructive res judicata sets to bar any claims being raised in a later proceeding if the claim should ought to have been raised and decided in an earlier proceedings. The doctrine seeks to prevent the determination of claims which were failed to be brought at the appropriate time in earlier proceedings. Rule of constructive res judicata is engrafted under explanation 4 of section 11 of the code. It is artificial form of res judicata and provides that if a plea could have been taken by a party in a proceeding between him and his opponent, he should not be permitted to take that plea against the same party in a subsequent proceeding with reference to the same subject matter. That is opposed to considerations of public policy on which the doctrine of res judicata is based and would mean harassment and hardship to the opponent. Besides, if such a course is allowed to be adopted, the doctrine of finality of judgments pronounced by the courts would also be materially affected. Thus, it helps in raising the bar of res judicata by suitably construing the general principles of subduing a cantankerous litigant. That is why this rule is called constructive res judicata, which in reality is an aspect or amplification of the general principle of res judicata. Decision. The Supreme Court allowed the appeal and the impugned judgment of the High Court dated March 27, 1968 was set aside and the respondent's suit is dismissed. The Supreme Court said, "It is not in controversy before us that the respondent did not raise the plea in the writ petition which had been filed in the High Court that by virtue of Clause 1 of Article 311 of the Constitution he could not be dismissed by the Deputy Inspector General of Police as he had been appointed by the Inspector General of Police." It is also not in controversy that that was an important plea which was within the knowledge of the respondent and could well have been taken in the writ petition, but he contented himself by raising the other pleas that he was not afforded a reasonable opportunity to meet the case against him in the departmental inquiry and that the action taken against him was mala fide. It was therefore not permissible for him to challenge his dismissal in the subsequent suit on the other ground that he had been dismissed by an authority subordinate to that by which he was appointed. That was clearly barred by the principle constructive res judicata, and the High Court erred in taking a contrary view. The Supreme Court also observed, as a result of the above discussion, we are of the opinion that the provisions of Section 11 CPC are not exhaustive with respect to an earlier decision operating as res judicata between the same parties on the same matter in controversy in a subsequent regular suit, and that on the general principle of res judicata, any previous decision on a matter in controversy decided after full contest or after affording fair opportunity to the parties to prove their case by a court competent to decide it will operate as res judicata in a subsequent regular suit. It is not necessary that the court deciding the matter formally be competent to decide the subsequent suit or that the former proceeding and the subsequent suit have the same subject matter. The nature of the former proceeding is immaterial. Case details. Please like the video, share the video and subscribe the YouTube channel. Thank you.